Hi guys, my name is Terry. In this video, I'm going to go through the Mathematic Tambahan, for example, SPM for the year 2023. And this is MRSM, Maktab Rendah Sains Mara, exam paper, Kertas 1. Okay, let's begin with question number 1. This is from the chapter Hukum linear law, right? So, Raja menunjukkan satu graf garis lurus y over x melawan x square. So, you're supposed to ungkapkan y dalam sebutan x. So, first thing is we find out the gradient, keturunan. We know this coordinate over here is actually 0, 5. So, my gradient of my keturunan is 5 minus 3. I'm using y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. This will be 8 divided by -4, answer -2. And my y-intercept or my pintasan y is now 5. So when you form the equation straight line, we use y equals to mx plus c. And notice I use capital Y because the capital Y represent the variable of pemboleh ubah in your y-axis. The capital X represent the pemboleh ubah or the variable in your x-axis. So your big Y is now y over x, and your big X is now x squared. So what we want to find is we want to find y, the small y, in terms of x. So let's multiply over. This will be -2 x cubed plus 5x. Okay. Moving on to question number 2. This is from the chapter Sukatan Membulat, circular measure. Raja 2 menunjukkan lengkuk XJL yang mencangkum sudut 5.02 radian pada pusat bulatan K. Jejari bulatan ialah 12.5 cm. So we're supposed to cari luas dalam cm square sector minor JKL. Sector minor is the smaller angle here, smaller sector here. So very simple question. We need to find out this angle in radian. So we know one whole turn, satu putaran lengkap, is 360. In radian is 2 pi. So you take 2 pi minus 5.02, yeah, to find this angle, right? So the formula for area of circle, sector of circle, is half r squared theta. If you're using the English version, but bm is half j squared theta, but j is your jejari or your radius. So I'm going to sub inside my radius is 12.5 square. My angle theta is 2 pi minus 5.02. Now be sure that they always use pi as 3.142. We always use this, yeah, in SPM. So let's just type this in. Okay, let me move this away over here. So we take half times my radius, 12.5 square. My theta is 2 times 3.142, 3.142 minus your angle, 5.02. Okay, so this answer is 98.75. Yeah, 98.75, which is fairly simple. Yeah. Okay, question number 3. This is from the chapter Pembezaan, differentiation. Diberi A420 berada di atas satu lengkung. Okay, cari keturunan tangent pada lengkung pada titik A. Keturunan lengkung means the gradient of tangent. The gradient of a curve is the gradient of a line that touches the curve at one point. So what we have to do is to differentiate, bezakan dy dx, bring the power down, -2 times 2 minus 4x, differentiate 10x, you get 10, right? Now, next, let us substitute x with 4. When your x is 4, my dy dx is -4 times 4 plus 10, which gives us -6. Okay, to find persamaan lengkung, equation, persamaan normal, equation of normal pada lengkung, pada TA, remember, the line that touches a curve at one point is a tangent. The line that is perpendicular to the curve at the same point here is your normal. Before you find the equation of normal, let's find out the gradient of normal. Because they're perpendicular, we know gradient of tangent, which is your dy dx here, -6, multiply with the gradient normal must equals -1, yeah, because they are perpendicular. So my gradient normal is now positive 1/6. So to form equation of normal, we use y minus y1. My y1 will be here, 20, yeah. My gradient of normal is 1/6. My x1 is 4. Let us multiply over 20 times 6 is 120. Fairly big number. Bring this over, 6y is x plus 116. Then we just divide them, right? So when you divide them, 116 divide by 6, you will get 58/3. Yeah? There you go. That's your equation of normal or persamaan normal. Question number 4. This is from the chapter Janjang progression. And in this case, it's a geometric progression. So Encik Adi, Puan Balkis, dan Encik Chandra merupakan 3 ahli generasi pertama dalam suatu pertubuhan. Perlembagaan pertubuhan menetapkan bahawa setiap ahli dikenaki merekrut 2 ahli baru. Okay, so it looks like this. They are the 3 members of an organization. They are supposed to recruit 2 new members. It's like a direct selling company thing, right? So everybody recruit 2. Okay, and then each generation, right? Okay, they say anggapkan setiap ahli pada setiap generasi berjaya memenuhi perlembagaan pertubuhan. That means everybody must recruit 2 and so on, right? So you can see the first generation, your first term, T1, there are 3 members. In the second generation, if everybody recruit 2, then you have 6 members. In the third generation, everybody recruit 2, you have 12 members and so on, right? So in this case, is a Janjang geometry. Yeah, Janjang geometry. A is 3. Your nisbah sepunya or common ratio is 2. Now, then they say jika jumlah ahli dalam pertubuhan melebihi 12,000, buat kali pertama. Pada generasi ke N, cari nilai N. Now, the keyword is jumlah or total. Total means we have to use SN. You want your SN to exceed 12,000. Exceed means more than. So we're supposed to solve for N. Now remember, formula for SN is given by A R N minus 1 over R minus 1. And this value is greater than 12,000. So let's take 12,000 divided by 3. 2 minus 1 is 1. I don't want to write anything. 12,000 divided by 3 is 4,000, right? And then from here, my 2 power n is greater than 4,001. And bring the 1 to the right-hand side. Then we introduce logarithm on both sides. Bring the power n down. This is LG 4001. Now, use your calculator here, log. You can type shift log over here. 4001 divide shift log again 2. You should get 11.97. If your n is more than 11.97, we should take n equals to 12 because n is the number of generation. It should be a positive integer. Okay, integer positive. So n equals to 12. There you go. Nilai n is 12. Alright, seterusnya, cari beza antara jumlah ahli pertubuhan itu sehingga generasi ke N dengan bilangan ahli pada generasi ke N. Okay, here we have 2 different methods. Okay, first of all, they say jumlah ahli pertubuhan sehingga generasi ke N. That means we are talking about S12. And we actually have S12. We can sub inside here. It's not 12,000. We know it's more than 12,000, but we don't know exactly what is the value. So we have to sub in 2 power 12 minus 1, 2 minus 1. So use your calculator. Once again, this will be 3 bracket 2 power 12 minus 1 divided by 2 minus 1. So I got 12285. Okay, you want to find the difference of beza jumlah ahli sehingga generasi ke-12 dan bilangan ahli pada generasi ke-12. Bilangan ahli is T12. We can use A, R, n minus 1. Remember, this is n is 12. 12 minus 1 is 11. So it's 3 times 2 power 11. So what is your answer? 6144. 6144. Okay. Now, the jumlah or the beza, maybe I write in bahasa, you can write difference, beza, is 12285 minus 6144. Okay, use your calculator. 12285 minus this answer, I got 6141. Okay, there is a alternative to this method. Okay, put a kaedah 2, the second method. We know that Tn equals to Sn minus Sn minus 1 from here. So if you want to find the T12, right, we can say is S12 minus S11. Now, here we are finding the difference between S12 and T12, right? So we can just bring this S11 to the left, bring the T12 to the right-hand side. So basically what we are finding is S11. Yeah, so it's rather easy. We just use S11, which is 3, 2 power 11 minus 1, 2 minus 1. Okay, let me just show you here. 3, 2 power 11 minus 1, divide by 2 minus 1, which is just 1. You will get the same answer, 6141. Yeah, so it's a lot easier if you use the second method. Yeah. All right, next question. This is from the chapter Persamaan Kuadratik, chapter 2, form 4, chapter 2. Cari julat nilai x bagi ketaksamaan kuadratik. Negative x square less than half x minus 1. So number 1, I'll multiply the 2 over negative 2x square less than x minus 1. So rearrange, bring to the right hand side, 2x square plus x minus 1. This is more than 0. Okay, so this double bracket, let it be more than 0. 2x, x, 1, 1, factorize. To get 1 here, I must use 2 and 1. The 2 here should be positive. The 1 should be negative. So the roots are 1 over 2 and negative 1. So let's sketch a graph. Okay. I'm using graph sketching method. So we know x is either negative 1 or positive half. And you want the whole graph to be more than 0. The whole inequality more than 0. More than 0 means the region should be above here and above here. Just move it down and note that in order for the whole bracket, the whole y value to be more than 0, my x value should either be less than negative 1 or more than half. Okay. Well, this is just the first part. Yeah. Second part, this is a bit harder. Diberi ax square plus bx plus c equals 0, terbitkan rumus kuadratik dengan menggunakan kaedah penyempurnaan kuasa 2. Okay, so we know we can to derive this formula, right? For quadratic, the quadratic formula, we have to first divide everything by a. You cannot complete the square or sempurnakan kuasa 2 unless your coefficient of x, your perkali coefficient x square perkali x square is 1. So I divide by a. Then number 2, I'm going to bring my c over a to the right hand side. Number 3, I'm going to add a number, right? You tambah satu pemala. That pemala or that constant should be half of this number. So it's b over 2a. Then you square it. Yeah. If you add on the left hand side, you have to add on the right hand side to balance the equation. And this 3 term, we can factorize it. We can combine it into x plus b over 2a square. Now let us expand or square this. This is b square over 4a square. Now to combine this, what I need is to multiply top and bottom with 4a. I want to get the same denominator or penyebut yang sama. So this will be b squared negative 4ac over 4a squared, right? Then I square root the right hand side, both sides actually. I bring the square over. So whenever I square root, you should put a plus minus, right? And for 4a squared, when you square root it, is now 2a. Just last step, bring this to the right hand side. Since they have the same denominator or penyebut yang sama, we can just put them together, plus minus b squared minus 4ac over 2a. There you go. That is your rumus quadratic. Yeah. Okay, question number 6. This is from the chapter Sukatan Membulat. Again, circular measure. Raja menunjukkan segitiga AOB dan tembiring PQR yang terterap dalam sektor POR dengan pusat kosong O. Yep. Tunjukkan bahawa angle AOB is 0.963. Okay, if you notice that AOB here, they are your opposite. Okay, is here. Your adjacent is here. Your hypotenuse is here. Right, so we have the length of your adjacent and hypotenuse. So whenever you're given a right angle triangle and you want to find the angle, given the length of side, we can use SOHCAHTOA or sine, cos, or tangent. In this case, since I know A and H, so I have to use cos angle AOB. Maybe I just call this AOB. AOB is your adjacent 4 over hypotenuse 7. Okay, so use your calculator. Now, here's the thing. Actually, there is no point using 3.142. In fact, it's very inaccurate, right? Because I know that a lot of people will take, let's say, calculator in degree mode, shift cos 4 over 7, and then they get angle in degree, which is 55.15. Yeah, AOB is 55.15, right? And then they're going to convert to radian. You multiply by pi over 180. So I think this is a bit inaccurate, but in this case, you don't need that kind of accuracy. So because you are multiplying, converting, you're using 3.142, which is actually better to use a calculator pi, right? So you notice you get 0.96267. We can just write 0.963, right? 0.963 in radian. Now, why I say this is not good, because you can just change your calculator, the angle input, shift menu, go to number 2, change the angle to radian. Yeah, we can just change it straight away. Shift cos 4 over 7, you will get an angle straight away, 0.963, right? A lot easier. Don't even have to do this, okay? But anyhow, I've already shown you here. Second part, diberi perimeter tembiring PQR adalah lebih kecil daripada perimeter segitiga AOB. Cari julat jejari sektor tersebut. Okay, perimeter of this tembiring is a perimeter of a segment. Okay, there is a formula for area, a perimeter of a segment. Yeah. First of all, the length of this chord, right? Chord PQ. Okay, tembiring. This chord here, we can just take PR as 2R sine theta of 2. Now, for those who don't know about this, right? Let me just show you from scratch. We can slice this into half. We know that sine of this angle theta over 2, this is theta over 2, right, is PR divided by 2, half of it, over your radius of the sector. This is your radius R, divided by R. So when you times over times, your PR is 2 times R times 2 times R, right? Or times R times 2, you get 2R sine theta over 2. So this is the length of PQ. We can use this formula, no problem, right? Okay, then you got to add the length of this arc, which is your R theta. So we know that is your perimeter of tembiring PQR. Now, they say that this perimeter is smaller, lebih kecil dari perimeter segitiga AOB. Now, for AOB, let me just focus on this. AOB. We know 7, we know 4, we don't know AB. Yeah, but AB is not difficult to find. We can just use Pythagoras, which is square root of 7 square minus 4 square, 49 minus 16. You can write 49 minus 16. That gives us 33, right? So your perimeter of segitiga AOB is actually 4 plus 7 plus square root 33, which is 11 plus square root 33. Whereas the perimeter of your term bearing, right? I can just write 2R. Your R is an unknown. You're supposed to find, they say, cari julat bagi jejari. Jejari I use R, right? You can use J for bahasa. 2R sine theta over 2. Now here you can use this, but I think it's a bit inaccurate. You can write 55.15, or perhaps if you want to use radian, you just use more decimal point, right? Just use more decimal point. Okay. I would take 55.15. This is in degree, this is in degree. So be careful, your calculator. Just now I changed to radian already. Let's say to show you the other one, I can use degree. Yeah, be mindful whether you're using degree or radian. Okay, but you got to divide by 2, sine theta over 2. This one divide by 2. Okay, very ugly. Let me just change it. 55.15 divided by 2. Then you plus with your R, PR, lengkok PR. So the radius is R, theta, I don't know. We can use in radian, 0.963. So I know this one is a bit inaccurate because we are already rounded off, but I'm just using the result from part A, which is fine. This perimeter must be less than 11 plus 33. Now for me, I will just type this out in my calculator. Like I say, use degree here, 2 times sine 55.15 divided by 2, right? Then you add 0.963. This is 1.8888. Wow, very nice number for Chinese. 8888 R less than 11 plus 33. What is your R? Let's take this number, 11 plus 33 divide by 1.8888. Therefore 8. Right. I got 8.865. 8.865. Okay, we're not done yet. Because you look at this and say, okay, my R is this. Okay, that's it. But take note, your radius R cannot be smaller than 7. So this is your R, radius. Yeah, jejari. It cannot be smaller than 7. It has to be more than 7, right? So since R, since is this, oleh kerana R is more than 7, so therefore, or dengan itu, or just true, 7R 8.865. Your range of value or julat nilai for your jejari, you can use R or J, is between 7 and 8.865. Okay, so this is from the chapter Vektor. Raja 4 menunjukkan rhombus OPQR dengan sudut ORQ is 60. ORQ is 60. If it's 60, if it's a rhombus, we know these two are equal length. These two are equal length. You can divide evenly at the center. So if this is 60, the whole thing cut into half, you get 30. It's called an angular bisector. Yeah, bisect it. This is 30. This is 60. This is 90. Therefore, this is 60. Okay. So it is diberi bahwa OP is P, OR is R, and magnitude P is 2. Okay, magnitude P. That means the length of this, they are all 2. This one is 2. This one is 2. This one is 2. This one is 2. They are all 2. Okay. Now, next. We're supposed to nyatakan magnitude bagi 3 or QR. So where's QR? QR is P, right? Okay. So 1P QR is going from this way up. This is P actually. P is going down. QR is negative P. But when you are finding magnitude, it doesn't matter whether it's positive or negative. Yeah, we just take the length. Yeah, so it's magnitude of -3p. So magnitude is always positive. Magnitude of p is 2. Answer 6 unit. Right? Very simple. Okay, next. Ungkapkan dalam sebutan P dan R vector Q, N. So if I want to find Q to N, you can see it based on my diagram. I'm going to go Q to N. We know Qn is basically half of QO. QO is the whole thing. This is half of it. So to go from Q to O, I can go Q to, can I go this way? Q to P, P to O. Yeah, Q to P, P to O. Wait, did I say wrongly? It's not QN, it's ON, sorry. I seen wrongly. OQ. Yeah, we are finding vector OQ first. Okay. Now to go from O to Q, I can go O to P, P to Q. Now PQ is actually the same as OR. So I just transfer this over, this also R. So OQ will be O to P, P to R, O to P is P, P to R is R. That's it. Answer P plus R. Yeah, very simple. This is B Roman 1. Okay, for B Roman 2, we are supposed to express or ungkapkan dalam sebutan P dan R for vector Rn. Okay, Rn means I go from here to here. So many lines, we have to see. Right, I'm going from here to here. Okay, so we know Rn is actually half of Rp, right? So let me write Rn is half of Rp. So to go from R to P, too many lines are hard to see, right? I use, let me use orange color. This is R to Q, Q to P. R to Q is P. Q to P, you're going against the direction of R, so it's negative R. So we just put P minus R, right? Because R is going up, minus R is going down. So this is half P minus half R. Okay. Then finally, cari nilai bagi magnitude P minus R. Okay, magnitude P minus R. If you can see, P minus R is RP. Yeah, RP is going from top here to the bottom here. Here, I already have it, the RP here, this one. So, but before you find this, let's focus on Rn first, because we know that this is 2. This one is 60. 60 means it's equilateral. Yeah, segitiga sama sisi. Equilateral triangle. 60, 60, 60. So meaning your OQ is also 2. This ON should be 1. QN should be 1. So to find Rn, okay, this is C. To find Rn, we will have to use 2 square minus 1 square. I'm using Pythagoras here. Equals to square root 3. This is something that you learn in your trigonometry, right? So this is square root 3. Okay. Punca kuasa 3. So what is your PR? Yeah. Okay. You're finding P minus R. P minus R is RP. You're finding this one, right? So my RP is 2 times of this, right? And your RP is basically your P minus R, the magnitude of P minus R. Therefore, your answer is just this 2 square root 3. Okay, this question 8 is a question from the chapter Pilih, Atur, dan Gabungan. Okay, so Raja menunjukkan 9 keping kad huruf cameraman, right? 3 keping kad dipilih, kad huruf dipilih secara rawat. Cari bilangan cara memilih kad itu jika 3 kad tersebut mengandungi tepat 1 huruf M, 1 huruf E. So here we are choosing 3 cards, right? And it's a combination, yeah, because you're choosing, you're not arranging. And the first thing to consider is that we know we have 1, 2, 3, 3 letter A. 3 huruf A. We know we have letter M, we get 2 letter M, all right, 2M, okay, and then we have how many others? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 4 line, or you can put others. So you want exactly 1 huruf M, 1 huruf A, and you want to choose total 3. Yeah, jumlah 3. So this is 1. So we can write our answer like this. 3 letter A, I choose 1. Okay. 2 letter M, I choose 1. And 4 others, I choose 1. Okay. Now we know anything C1 is the same. Like 3C1 is 3, 2C1 is 2, 4C1 is 4. So it's 3 times 2 times 4. Answer is 24. Okay. If you are not sure, you can just type in 3C1 is just 3, right? Yeah. Anything, choose 1. And C1 is just N. Okay. This is part A. Part B, sekurang-kurangnya 1 huruf M. So you want at least 1 M. So here we have actually 2 ways of doing method 1, kaedah 1. Kaedah 1, that is, we can say 2M, right? And then we group the rest. Others. 7 line, or others. Okay? Right. So when we say sekurang-kurangnya 1 huruf M, it can be 1M or 2M. So 1M, I must choose 2 others. 2M, I must choose 1 other. Right. So you can just add in here number of ways, or bilangan cara. Okay. Is 2M, I choose 1. 7 others, I choose 2. Or when it's or, you got to add or atau. 2M, I choose 2. 7 others, I choose 1. Okay, use your calculator. Now, actually, we know 2C1 is just 2. 7C2, you can use your calculator. Then 2C2 is just 1, by the way, and 7C1 is 7. My answer is 49. But this is just the first method. Now, actually, whenever you have at least 1, we know we have 3 items, yeah? 3 possibility for M, not 3 items. So you can have 0M. Okay, maybe I list down here. Use your M, this is your others. 2M, 7 others, right? We can choose 0M, 1M, 2M. This will be 3, 2, 1. And this is your total, your jumlah. Okay. Now we already have we know the total is any 9 cards. I choose 3. And if I take total minus this, I get the rest I want. It's like in your set, we know this is event A, peristiwa A. Outside here is your A complement. Yeah, pelengkap A. And this is your universal set. So by taking total universal set minus A, you get A complement, right? This is total. So kaedah 2, we take number of ways is your jumlah. Your jumlah is 9, choose 3 minus choose 0M. 0M means 2C0, 7 yang lain, 7 others, choose 3. Now let me use a calculator. 9, choose 3 minus 7, choose 3. By the way, 2C0 is 1. No need, you don't have to write that. Yeah. Okay. Answer is still 49. So you decide which method, method 1, kaedah 1 or kaedah 2 to use. Okay, so this is part A from Gabungan. Part B is from Pilih, Atur, or permutation. So Raja menunjukkan 12 petak parkir kereta di sebuah kawasan. Terdapat 3 buah kereta yang perlu diparkir secara rawat di kawasan itu. Cari bilangan susunan kereta yang mungkin jika dia tiada syarat dikenakan. So I know it's very hard when you see like this, I'll be thinking like, oh, should I arrange it? Is there a circular arrangement? Yeah. So here I think because the position is important. Yeah, it's not a circle, it's a rectangle. So you cannot use circular arrangement. Just think of it like this. Okay. It is 1, 2, 3 car parks for the first one. This is 3 car parks for the second, 3 car parks for the third, 3 car parks on the fourth. right? So it doesn't matter when you park. This is your let's say position number one. Your parking bay has a position, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there are 12 ways. So if there's no syarat, there's no condition, and you have 3 cars to be parked in 12 different parking space, we say 12 arrange 3. Okay, use your calculator. 12 P 3. My answer is 1320. Okay, Roman 1 I think is still quite okay, not difficult. Second one, tiada kereta yang diparkir sebelah menyebelah. Okay, this one is a bit harder because when we say no cars parked next to each other, it's a little bit hard to consider all like this. You see, if I say no car parked next to each other, right? Some people may say, okay, I put one here. Well, then I need to consider put here. I have to consider put here. Yeah, this one I can put, right? It's still not next to each other. Then I can, there's so many ways, right? So I would suggest take total minus. Minus, put the car parked next to each other. But when you put the car next to each other, right? We have two possibilities. You can park case number 1, or maybe I write case number 1, two cars next to each other. Or maybe I put 3 cars, 3 kereta bersebelahan. Okay, maybe I should. Okay, I write here 3 kereta bersebelahan. All 3 cars next to each other. So here's the thing. When we say 3 cars next to each other, number 1, because they come in 3, 3, 3. Where do I choose? I need to choose the first 3 parking lot next to each other that I can put the 3 cars together. All right. So number 1, you need to think I have 4. I choose 1. I know some of you may be saying, hey, I thought this is permutation. How come suddenly got combination here? How come got C here? Yes, because we can choose one of them, right? But if you don't want to write 4C1, you just have 4 also can, because I'm choosing the first one to park, or the second one to park, or the third one to park, or the fourth. So there are 4 ways. Yeah, where do you start? Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, let's say I've chosen one of these. Let's say I've chosen this. Okay. How many ways to arrange them? Well, there are 3, 2, 1 ways. First spot got 3 ways, 3 cars. I take 1, left with 2. Take 1, left with 1. So it's 3 factorial ways, right? 3 together, you have to put 3 factorial. Now use your calculator. 4C1 is 4 times 3 factorial. 3 factorial is basically 6 at number. You should get 24. So case number 1, 3 kereta bersebelahan, you have 24 ways. Case number 2, okay, maybe I should draw another one like this. You don't have to draw because you can just use back the same diagram as above. I'm just showing you the same thing, right, as above. Okay, so this is the second case. Case number 2. 2 kereta bersebelahan. That means 2 cars next to each other, 1 separated. Okay, so again, same thing. We need to start by choosing. Okay, let me move out a bit. We need to start by choosing which which parking lot that the 3 together that I put the 2 cars together. So number 1, I say, okay, I got this first one, second one, third one, or fourth one. I got 4 options, right? So let me just undo. So you have 4, choose 1. Okay, so next, let's say I've already chosen one of them. Let's say I've chosen this one, right? Okay, I want to use a different color. Let's say I've chosen this one. Okay, the next thing is, how can I ensure that 2 cars are next to each other? So you need to think, either I choose the first 2 or I choose the last 2. You cannot choose, let's say, this and this. That's impossible. They are not next to each other, right? So there are 2 different ways. I can put the first 2, the blue one, first and second, or the green one, second and third. Okay, maybe I cancel the orange one. Okay, you can see that, right? First 2 or next 2. All right. Then you also have to consider how many ways to arrange them. So because I got 3 cars, right? So let's say, for example, I choose the blue one. So I need to put 3 and 2. It's not it's not 3 factorial, it's basically 3 times 2 or 3b2. Okay, and once I fix this position, okay, let's say I've taken greater A, greater B, they're like this. So can I put greater C here? Cannot. I can only put greater C in the rest of the 9 remaining spot. For example, I can put greater C here, 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 here. There are 9 other spot. So that's why you're going to multiply by 9 arrange 1. Not 9 factorial, 9 arrange 1. Only 9 ways to put the last car, greater C. So the number of ways will be 4C1 we know is 4. 2C1 is 2. 3P2. 3P2 is actually 6. Okay. Then 9P1 is just 9. Okay. You can just write 9. Don't have to write 9P1. Answer 432. Okay. Again, we're using the same concept like just now, right? That is, if you don't want any cars, tiada kereta diparkir sebelah menyebelah, you take jumlah total minus the cases where they're sebelah menyebelah. All right. So bilangan or number ways will be, okay, should I say bilangan cara? Yeah, this is your final answer, bilangan cara. All right, it's the same as number. We take total 1320 minus 2 cars, 3 cars next to each other, 3 kereta bersebelahan, minus 2 cars next to each other, 2 kereta bersebelahan, 1320 minus 24 minus 432. There you go, 864. Yeah. So this is the best question so far, yeah, for this book, this paper. Okay, question number 9. Raja 7 menunjukkan lengkung y equals gx menyilang paksi x pada titik A, asalan dan titik B. So this is a chapter from Pengamiran, integration. So diberi bahawa fungsi keturunan lengkung is this. Fungsi keturunan is what we call the gradient function, is your dy dx. Yeah, your dy dx is negative 3x squared minus 2x plus 2. And you're supposed to find equation of the curve. Equation of the curve is your y. So we integrate negative 3x squared minus 2x plus 2 dx. Okay. So as we integrate, this is 3x. Increase the power by 1, 3 over 3. I think I don't need to write this. Increase the power by 1 is x cubed over 3. This is x squared over 2. This is 2x plus c. Now we need to find the value of c. Now you notice it passes through point O. So we substitute or gantikan 0, 0. That means your y is 0. Your x is 0. Therefore your c is also 0. Then your fungsi keturunan is negative x cubed minus x squared plus 2x. All right, B. Luas kawasan yang berlorik. Okay, to find luas kawasan berlorik, we need to add this area and this area. But we need to know what's the coordinate point A and B. So from this persamaan lengkung, we know pada paksi x at x-axis, right? Your y value is always 0. So we let this be 0. Okay, let me write 0 equals negative x cubed minus x squared. All right, minus x squared plus 2x. So for me, I don't like the negative. It's a bit hard to factorize. So I'm going to take out negative x from here. This will be x squared minus x. Minus minus you take out becomes a positive. Minus 2. I factorize the negative. Then we can now factorize this further into 2, 1 plus minus. I hope you can factorize very quickly by now. Your x value is either 0, 1, or negative 2. That means this is negative 2. This is 1. All right. So to find luas kawasan berlorik, we actually have to integrate this part and these two parts separately. We already know the limit. So let me move out a bit. Okay. So your area, luas, you can put L, is integration. Now this part is negative. Negative, you cannot have area that's negative. So I put the negative in front, or you can put the modulus minus 2 to 0, your function is negative x cubed minus x squared plus 2x dx. Then you add integration 0 to 1, negative x cubed minus x squared plus 2x dx. Okay, let us substitute this. Let's integrate first. X power 4 over 4, x power 3 over 3. This is x power 2 over 2. The 2 and 2 I cancel out. Left with x squared minus 2 to 0 plus minus x power 4 over 4, x power 3 over 3, x power 2, 0 to 1. Now, let us substitute 0 inside. When you substitute 0 inside, the entire thing becomes 0, correct? And when I sub minus 2 inside, this is minus 2 power 4. Actually, you can write 16 straight away, but let me just show you working. This one will be minus 2 power 3 over 3, minus 2 square. All right, this one you put 1 inside. It will be negative 1 power 4 over 4, negative 1 power 3 over 3, negative 1 squared, sorry, this is 1 squared is 1, minus 0. Okay, let's use our calculator. Okay, I'll do the long way and I'll show you a shortcut. The long way will be, this is negative of a bracket, negative 16 over 4, right? Okay, negative 2 power 4 is 16. Then negative is positive. This is negative 8. So I just change to positive 8 over 3. All right, next I plus with 4. Okay, so this itself negative 8 over 3, right? So it's a negative with the negative 8 over 3. Okay, let's move up a little bit. And the second one, I'll just change this to negative 1 over 4 minus 1 over 3. 1 over 3, ya, 1/3. Then you plus 1. You should get 15, 5 over 12. Okay, there's one shortcut. You can use your calculator to integrate. Type in negative x power 3, right, minus x power 2 plus 2x. Lower limit is minus 2. Upper limit is 0. Right? You see, this one is correct, negative 8 over 3. Then you change your limit here to 1. This part here to 0. Yeah, just change to 0. There you go. 5 over 12. So let's take 5 over 12 plus 8 over 3. Yeah? I put the negative in front to make it positive. Answer 37 over 12 or 3, 1 over 12. You can leave it as nombor bercampur, mixed number, or improper fraction, pecahan tak wajar. Yeah, both also can, up to you. Okay. Okay, question number 10. This is from coordinate geometry or geometry coordinate. Okay, Raja 8 menunjukkan sebuah tembiring garis PQ. So, diberi bahawa titik S berada atas tembiring garis PQ dengan keadaan jaraknya dari titik P ialah 75% daripada jarak PQ. So, that means that PS is 75% of PQ. Yeah, PS shorter, PQ is longer. 75% is 3 over 4. So PS PQ has a ratio of 3:4. That means this is 3. The whole thing is 4. This whole thing is 4. So your SQ is 1. So this is 3:1. Okay, let me write like this. So you can see from here, your PSSQ is 3:1. Okay, we are finding coordinate point S. Okay, so here we can use the ratio formula. We know the nx1 mx2 divide m plus n, ny1 my2 m plus n. The most important thing is that the ratio and the coordinate must be opposite. So if you're finding S, right, and this is your M, this is your N, so you're going to multiply with the opposite side. Okay, so we take 1 times -4, 3 times 8, total ratio jumlah nisbah 3 plus 1. Then 1 you must multiply, this is 4. 1 multiplied by 4, 3 multiply -12, total ratio 3 plus 1. You can write 4 actually. So this is 24 minus 4, which is 20. 20 divided 4, this is 5. This is 4 minus 36, -32. 32 divided by 4, -8. All right, so I've got my first coordinate point S. Next one. Jarak terdekat dari titik R ke tembiring PQ adalah melalui titik S. So jarak terdekat is a perpendicular distance. Perpendicular distance, yeah, means it must be 90 degree here, berserenjang. Okay, you're supposed to find the equation, cari persamaan garis lurus RS. Okay, number one, we need to know what is the keturunan or gradient of PQ. So we take y2 minus y1 divide x2 minus x1. So this is 16 divided by 12. There's a negative, 4/3. So next, we know because they are perpendicular berserenjang, your M1 times M2, M2 is your RS, must be -1. My gradient RS must be positive 3/4. Okay, I know the gradient of this line is positive 3/4. Now, next, I need to form the equation, right? Let me do it here. I use y minus y1. My y1, I need to use coordinate point S. I already have point S, -8. Gradient is 3/4. X minus x1, x1 is 5. Multiply over 4y plus 32 equals 3x minus 15. Your 4y is 3x minus 47, right? My y is 3/4x minus 47/4. Yep. Okay, question number 11. This is from the chapter progression or Janjang. So berikut adalah pernyataan palsu berkenaan Janjang aritmetik. Janjang aritmetik ialah satu julukan nombor dengan setiap sebutan diperoleh dengan mendarab. You know it's not mendarab, ah? Ya, suatu pemalar kepada sebutan sebelumnya. So tuliskan satu pernyataan yang benar bagi Janjang aritmetik dengan mengubah satu perkataan sahaja dari pernyataan itu. Okay, so sorry, this one you have to write the whole thing. Okay, I'm going to write bahasa Janjang aritmetik. Aritmetik ialah suatu jujukan nombor dengan setiap sebutan diperoleh dengan, instead of mendarab, we say menambah satu pemalar kepada sebutan sebelumnya. Yeah, so yeah, this keyword is menambah. Okay, so in English you just say instead of multiplying, we say by adding. Yeah, instead of multiplying, we say by adding a constant to the term before it. Yeah. Okay, so only 1 mark for this. Just rewrite, change the word mendarab dengan menambah. Or you want to use the word menambahkan. 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 Okay, next one. Raja 9 menunjukkan sebuah bulatan yang dibagikan kepada 15 sektor untuk membentuk suatu janjang aritmetik dengan keadaan θ1 equals to θ2, less than θ2. So it's getting bigger and bigger. Now, diberi bahawa sudut sektor terbesar ialah 38. Okay, let me move this up. Ya, sudut terbesar ialah 38. So, cari hasil tambah 5 sebutan terakhir bagi janjang tersebut. So, we know that, I move it up a bit here. I start from here. Now, we know that this sector has total angle of 360 and they have 15 sectors. So S15 is 360. Now we know the last sector has angle of 38. Your T15 here has angle of 38. So we can use the formula Sn equals to n over 2 a plus l, where l is your last term. So 15 divided by 2, a is something I don't know. I want to find the first term. Okay. The last term is 38. So this is 360. Now let us take 360 over here. No, I have a difficulty moving my calculator. Wait. Okay, let's take 360. You times with 2, divide by 15. Okay, so I got 48, right? Then you minus your 38. Your A is now 10. Yeah, A is 10. Simple. Now, but after you got A, you need to find D before you can find the sum, the hasil tambah 5 sebutan terakhir, right? So we find out our common difference or basis punya. We know our T15 is 38. Use the formula A plus N minus 1. N is 15. 15 minus 1 is 14. D is 38. My D is 38 minus 10. 38 minus 10 divided by 14. D is just 2. So you got a A, you got a D. Now, next, we can use sum of the last 15. Sum of last 15 would be, okay, we know that the first 10 is T1 to T10. The last 5, not the last 15, sorry. The last 5 is T15 to T11, T15. So this is the last 5. 5 sebutan terakhir. This is the first 15 and this is your first 10. So to find the hasil tambah 5 sebutan terakhir, that is T11 to T15, we use S15 minus S10. But for S15, no need to count because S15 is this 360. We already know, right? Jumlah sudut must be 360. S10 is 10 over 2, 2A. What's your A? Your A is 10. N minus 1 is 9. My D is 2. Okay, use your calculator again. 360 minus, this is 10 divided by 2 is 5. 2 times 10 is 20 plus 18. So my answer is 170. Okay. All right. Then they say terdapat beberapa cara lain untuk membahagikan bulatan tersebut kepada 15 sektor. Cari semua padanan bagi sebutan pertama dan beza sepunya. Okay. So for me, I know that this is Roman 2. Previously, this is Roman 1. I've got my B Roman 1, B Roman 2. I know my S15 equals 360, right? So if you use the formula 15 divided by 2, 2A, N minus 1 is 14D. This is 360. Okay, again, we take 360. You times 2 divide 15. Yeah, you should get 48. Or 2A plus 14D equals 48. Then you divide by 2. A plus 7D is 24. So here we're going to use trial and error, right? We test out with different values. Now, it's easier to test out with D value because here we already have a hint from the first part that my D is 2, right? My D here is 2. So we know we have to use either 1 or 3 or more, right? So you take all the different combination. All right. So I'm going to take D equals to 1. So A plus 7 times 1 is 24. 24 minus 7, you get 17. So this is one combination. We already tested with 2, right? So we take D equals to 3. Yeah, sebutan what they call that, common difference basis here with 3. A plus 7 times 3 is 24. 24 minus 21 is 3. Now, I cannot test out with 4 because imagine if you put 4 inside, excuse me, your A becomes negative. Your A can't be negative, right? If your A is negative 4, that means your angle is negative. Angle can't be negative here. So therefore we say your A possible value is either 17, D is 1. This one you can say invalid lah, or you can say reject, or you can say, yeah, mustahil, yeah, invalid. So A equals to 3, D equals to 3. Yeah, so there are two possibilities. Yeah, your A equals to 3, D equals to 3, or A equals to 17, D equals to 1. Okay, question number 12. This is from the chapter Taburan, Kebarangkalian. Raja sebelum menunjukkan graph X has a binomial distribution, a Taburan binomial. Your N is 3 and your P is unknown. Okay, right. So what we want to do is to find, we want to find the value of, we're going to find the value of P, show that P equals to 8 cube root of S. Okay, so we start off by use this information. Px equals to 0 equals to 8S, right? So we know the formula for binomial. Let me write down here if you're not sure. Px equals to R is NCR, P power R, Q, N minus R. So your N is now an unknown, 3, maximum is 3. Yeah? So we take C power 0. Your P is an unknown, Q power 0, right? Sorry, P power 0, Q power 3. Now, the problem is this, is that we cannot find P. You realize that this equation doesn't help us to find P, but doesn't matter. We still need this, okay? So this is 8 power 8S. 3C0 is 1. P power 0 is also 1. You're left with Q power 3 equals to 8S. Your Q, if I cube root this, is 2 cube root of S. But I'm not answering part A. I'm actually answering part B. This is for part B. Yeah, because sometimes you don't know. You guys just do both. Then you see, oh, which one will give us your P? For Px equals to 3, it is now 512S. Use back the same formula here. 3C3, P power 3, Q power 3 minus 3 is 0, equals 512S. Now you're left with P power 3, 512S. Cube root of 512 is 8 cube root of S. Okay, so I've got my answer for A. I've already shown that. Okay, next, find the value of Px equals to 2. Before you find Px equals to 2, you need to find what's your P, what's your Q. Actually, I already know this result. I know this one and this one. We know that P plus Q must be 1. So 2 of cube root of S, it'll be hard to see, plus 8 of cube root of S. The result should be 1. So 10 of cube root of S is 1. Cube root of S is 1 over 10. All right. Do you need to find exactly what is S? Yes, you can. 10 power 3, right? 10 power 3, you can write 1 over 1000. Now, to find Px equals to 2, we can use the formula 3C2. B is now this 8 with the cube root of S. That means cube root of S is this 8 over 10. Then you power 2. Your Q is 2 with the cube root of S, which is 10 power 1. Yeah, notice actually I don't need to sub in S. I sub in the cube root of S 1 over 10 inside. Then use your calculator. We know 3C2 is 3. If not, you can just use your calculator here. Multiply with 8 over 10 power 2 and then 2 over 10. Okay, there you go. Your answer is 45 over 125. Yeah, or 0.384. 48 over 125 or 0.384. Okay, let's move on to bahagian B, starting with question number 13. Diberi bahawa, this is from the chapter Fungsi, a function. Diberi bahawa gx equals x plus 4 over 3 and f gx is 18 over 17 minus x. Okay, they say cari nilai k. Okay, nilai k is this. Your function becomes undefined or tidak tertakrif when the x is k. So we say x cannot be k, and that happens when your denominator is 0, your x is 17, right? Therefore, we say x cannot be k, so your k value becomes, it must be 17. Yeah, a function becomes undefined or the fungsi tidak tertakrif when your penyebut is 0, kosong. Okay, then find G5. G5 is very simple. Let's put 5 inside. All right. 5 plus 4 over 3. Put inside your G here. You should get 3. All right. So next, nilai X apabila Gx memetakan kepada diri sendiri, map onto itself. That happens when your Gx, the image of Gx, sama dengan object X. So we say x plus 4 over 3 equals to x. X plus 4 is 3x. 2x is 4. X is 2. Okay, up to here it's still quite simple. B. Cari fx dalam sebutan x. Yeah, cari fx dalam sebutan x. So my fx, right, to find fx given fgx and gx, we need to let the function gx becomes y. Yeah, biar gx equals to y. Kenapa y? Because I want to replace your gx here with y. So this is 18 divide 17 minus x. Okay. Now, well, your fy, right, we need to find. Before you find fx, you have to find fy. To find fy, I must change all the x into y. So my question is, what is the relationship between x and y? Now, we already know our gx. Your gx is this, x plus 4 over 3. So we're going to take x plus 4 over 3, let it be y. Make x as a subject. X is 3y minus 4. Take this, sub inside here. My fy is therefore 18 over 17 minus x, which is 3y minus 4. Now, this will give us 18. 17 minus 4, 17 plus 4, 21, minus 3y. Notice I can divide top and bottom by 3. I get 6, 7 minus y. If your fy is 6 over 7 minus y, your fx is 6, 7 minus x. Yeah, we say x cannot be 7. Okay. Next one. Seterusnya dengan menggunakan fungsi gubahan, seakan bahawa hx equals to this. Okay, now when we say menggunakan fungsi gubahan, I hope you understand this concept. Let's say we start off with a function here because you are given function fgx. Fgx means gx happens first, followed by fx. Okay, sorry. I want to seakan that hx is fungsi songsangan for fx. So that means fx happens first, followed by hx, right? If hx is fungsi songsangan for fungsi songsang for fx, right? That means if you start from x here, you go through function f followed by h, you end up getting yourself map onto yourself. Let's say, for example, you go to y, you get back to x. So you need to show that your h fx is equals to x. So let's start. What is h fx? H fx means we put fx inside hx. I already know my fx. I take this, I put inside my h. My h is 7 minus 6 over bracket. Here in my bracket, I have 6 over 7 minus x. We can cancel this 6 and 6, flip it upside down. I do a bit slower here. I put a 7 minus x, right? So you minus them off, you get x. So when you can show that hfx map onto itself, meaning h must be your f inverse, or we say hx ialah fungsi songsang bagi fx. Yeah, maybe I should write hx. Okay. Okay, next one, question 14. This is from the chapter in Indeks, Search, dan Logaritma. All right, so we have a cylinder with radius. So sebuah silinder mempunyai jejari 1 over sec 3 plus 1 dan tinggi sec 3 minus 1. Cari isi padu silinder dalam bentuk A plus B sec 3 pi. Okay, so we know volume of cylinder or isi padu silinder diberi oleh, this is your radius R, this is your height H, volume is pi R square H, or we can say pi J square T, J for jejari, T for tinggi. So your volume is pi, your jejari is 1 over sec 3 plus 1, square it, your tinggi is sec 3 minus 1. Okay, so let's square this first. Now for me, I would square, let me write one more step, sec 3 plus 1 square, like this. And then the top part, you multiply with sec 3 minus 1. Okay, the sec 3 minus 1, I think you can just leave it on top, right? The bottom part, if you expand this, sec 3 square is 3, 2 sec 3 plus 1. Okay, this is now pi sec 3 minus 1 over 4 plus 2 sec 3. To simplify this, we have to rationalize the denominator. Okay, so we multiply top and bottom with 4 minus 2 sec 3. 4 minus 2 sec 3. Okay, let's expand, kembangkan. This will be, okay, I'll just expand this straight away. See, yeah, this one will have 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 terms. Let me just write here. 4 times sec 3 is 4 sec 3. Sec 3 times sec 3 is 3. Negative 1 times 4 is negative 4. Negative 1 times 2 plus 2 sec 3. Divide by your denominator, 16 minus 4 times 3. So this is pi, simplified further. 4 sec 3 plus 2 sec 3 is 6 sec 3. This is minus 6 minus 4 minus 4. Minus 6 minus 4 is minus 10. Then you divide by 16 minus 12. This is 4. So you should get 3 over 2. Right? 16 divided by 4 is 3 over 2. Sec 3. 10 divided by 5. By 4 is 5 over 2. Put a bracket pi outside. Now, the reason why I write this is because the question asks us to give your answer in this form. Dalam bentuk A plus B sec 3. Okay. Okay, maybe I should write the sec 3 at the back. Sorry. I put negative 5 over 2 plus 3 over 2 sec 3 pi. Yeah, arrange according to this form. Okay, now that is question A. So for part B, jadual menunjukkan bilangan populasi sebuah negara, right? In year 2020, 2022. So, kadar pertumbuhan populasi boleh diwakili oleh this formula, R equals 1 over N, ln Pn over Po, or P naught. So, cari kadar pertumbuhan dalam peratus dalam bagi tahun 2020. Okay, so let's use the formula. My N is the bilangan tahun. So, from 2020 to 2022, your N will be 2, yeah, 2 tahun. So ln Pn means the populasi pada tahun 2022, that is 33,900,000. This looks like population of Malaysia, right? Divide by population in year 2020, 33,200,000. Actually, you can cancel out all these zeros. When you type in your calculator, we'll just take 33, 9, divide 33, 2. The 0 can cancel off, right? Take the ln of this value, whatever you get, times half, right? So this is 0.0104, right? 0.0104. So I can write this directly at 0.0104. But this is the kadar. It's not in percentage. They want kadar pertumbuhan dalam peratus in percentage. So your kadar, just take this, multiply by 100, yeah, times 100. Sorry, 0.01, 0.01 times 100 is 1.04%. Okay, again, very simple. Next one, part C. This is on Indeks. Okay, Raja menunjukkan Vanessa dan Hazwan yang sedang memegang sepanduk, right? Pernyataan siapa yang benar? Whose statement is true? Okay, so here it looks complicated. There are two numbers here, 5 power 300, 3 power 500. So we don't know which one is bigger, right? So make Vanessa think 5 is bigger. Hazwan say 5 is smaller. So what we can do is, when you look at this like very big number, like very hard to understand, we can use the law of indices. A power m power n is a power m bracket n. So I take out 100 here. All right. Then this one I take out 100 here. So basically we just compare the base. 5 power 3 is 125 power 100. 3 power 5 is 243 power 100. So it's quite straightforward from here. You can see the 125 is smaller than 243, right? 125, they have the same power. We compare the base is smaller than 243. Therefore, 5 power 300 is actually smaller than 243 is 3 power 500. So who is correct? Hazwan. Yeah. Siapa yang benar? Hazwan. Pernyataan Hazwan. Okay, I just write Hazwan. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, Hazwan is correct, not Vanessa. All right, moving on. Okay, the last question, this is from Fungsi Trigonometri. First one, we have to selesaikan persamaan. So, okay, I'm going to use C for cos. You write K also can. So I'm used to using English. Cos, we know cos square plus sine square equals 1. Now, this is basic identity or identity asas. We make cos square as a subject. Cos square is 1 minus sine square. So let us replace 1 minus sine square here. All right, equals to 8 sine x plus 16. So what we have here is a quadratic equation in terms of sine. Okay, so we bring over 21 sine square x plus 8 sine x minus 5 equals 0. Okay, 21 times 5 is a big number. I'm going to use my calculator to help me to factorize. Okay, 21 times 5, shift factorize, is 3 by 5 by 7. So to get 8, I must use 15. 3 by 5 is 15, 15 and 7. So I'm going to use 7 here, 3 here. To get 15, this must be 5. To get 7, this must be 1. So yeah, this is 7. This is 15. 15 is positive, 7 is negative. So my sine x is negative 5 over 7 or 1 over 3. Now let's use a calculator. Shift sine 5 over 7. This is your reference angle or sudut asas. Okay, sudut rujukan. This is 45.58. Okay, I think I no need to write this lah. We know sine is negative in quadrant 3 and 4, right? ASTC, yeah? All science teacher crazy. Okay. Sine is negative quadrant 3 and 4. So I take 180, quadrant 3, 180 plus my reference angle here, 45.58. Okay. And 360 minus 45.58. Now, for 1 over 3, I will take shift sine 1 3. Remember, when you find the reference angle, you drop your negative. This is 19.47. Because this is positive, we take quadrant number 1, quadrant number 2, right? Quadrant 1, quadrant 2 is 180 minus. Okay, so you can arrange it. Maybe I arrange. The first one is 19.47. 180 minus 19.47 is 160.53, right? Next one, 180 plus 45.48 is 225.48. Lastly, 360 minus 45.58 is 314.42. Okay. This is only the first part. Let's move on. Part B. Okay, Raja menunjukkan suatu menara jam tegak dengan ketinggian H dari atas di atas tanah mengufuk. Sebuah lampu limpah berada pada titik D dengan keadaan sudut dongakan ialah 25 darjah. Dongakan D dari B. D dari B ya, is here, 25. Okay, dongakan is angle of elevation, you look up. So, ungkapkan tangent 25 dalam sebutan H dan P. So here we need to relate 50 and 25. So this is where we have to use the tangent to A formula. Tangent to A is 2 tangent A divided by 1 minus tangent square A. So if your A is 25, your 2A should be 50. So we write tangent 50 equals 2 tangent 25 divide 1 minus tangent square 25. Now, it doesn't looks very complicated. If you were to write all the tangent 25, tangent 25 very long. So we know our tangent 50 is H over P. But I'm going to let tangent 25 becomes T. To make my life easier, I don't write so many things. So this is 2T, 1 minus T squared. So what we want to find is T. We want to find T, right? So we cross multiply H minus HT squared equals 2PT. Let us rearrange it. Plus 2PT minus H, let it be 0. Now, I know a lot of people would probably prefer to use quadratic formula or Rumus quadratic rather than complete the square or sempurnakan kuasa 2. So I will use the formula minus B, right? Plus minus square root B square minus 4AC divide by 2A. Your A is H, so I put H here. So let's simplify this. Minus 2P plus minus. So this one is 4P square plus 4H square divide 2h. Now, since I can simplify further, you notice we can square root 4. Take out the 4. Yeah, maybe I do very slowly. This is 4p squared plus h squared divide 2h. Square root of 4 is 2. Keep your p squared plus h squared inside over 2h, and you can divide them. Okay, so when you divide them, it's minus 1. Sorry, there's a p missing here, minus 2p. Minus 2p. So it's minus 1p here, plus minus square root p squared plus h squared over 2. Now, what is t again? T is tangent 25. Now, we know tangent 25 must be positive because your p is positive, right? So we don't need to put plus minus. Tangent 25 is positive, more than 0 is an acute angle. So sudut tirus. So your tangent 25 should be minus p plus square root p squared plus h squared over 2. Okay, very long question. All right, I'm done with the discussion of this MRSM paper 1. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something from this discussion. See you in the next video.